Nova Scotia. Located on Canada's east coast, is a land of scenic beauty and maritime charm. Residents and visitors alike enjoy the pleasures of a 10,000-kilometer coastline. Nova Scotia's salt waters are the warmest north of the Carolinas and offer an endless source of recreational opportunities. Fully deserving its title as Canada's ocean playground, Nova Scotia's natural beauty is spectacular and awe-inspiring. Halifax, Nova Scotia's capital, is a modern cosmopolitan city that looks to the future while cherishing its past. Exciting and alive, Halifax offers all the advantages of a contemporary, dynamic city without sacrificing its maritime charm and friendliness. Founded by the British in 1749, the city of Halifax has managed to create a unique blend of old and new. 18th century buildings have been maintained and restored and contribute to the city's vitality. Halifax has been a thriving seaport since the age of sail, and the waterfront remains the focal point of the city. Love of the outdoors is an indelible part of this city's lifestyle. Blessed with an abundance of parks within its boundaries, Halifax offers great opportunity for both recreation and quiet relaxation. Best known of the city's 8 major parks is the Halifax Public Gardens. The oldest formal Victorian gardens in North America, has been welcoming visitors since 1867. Outdoor celebrations are popular during the summer months, and Halifax's historic landmark, the Citadel, is the site of 2 such events. July 1st, Canada Day, and Cultural Diversity is on stage as part of a national birthday party. The Concert on the Hill also enjoys great popularity as one of many activities that take place during the city's annual Natal Day festivities. The most visited National Historic Park in all of Canada is the Halifax Citadel. Originally built by the British, this impressive fortress has stood watch over the port city for more than 200 years. The military traditions continue, with the Royal Artillery and the 78th Highlanders performing drills daily in June, July, and August. The province of Nova Scotia was first settled by the French in 1605 and was called Acadia. Located in the beautiful Annapolis Valley, Port Royal was the first permanent European settlement north of the Gulf of Mexico. Today, visitors can observe some of the habitation's day-to-day activities as the past comes to life at historic Port Royal. The government and military center of Acadia was Fortress Louisbourg. The French were 24 years building the original 49-acre fortress, and today it is Canada's largest historical restoration project. Louisbourg's costumed inhabitants give a convincing portrayal of life in this 18th century French bastion. Extensive research was conducted to ensure that the costumes and appearances of Louisbourg's period characters are authentic and complete. The statue of Evangeline at Grand Pre commemorates the tragic end of Acadia. Under British control, the Acadians were perceived as a threat and were deported to New England and Louisiana, where their descendants became known as Cajuns. Longfellow's epic poem immortalizes the tragic story of Evangeline, a tale of Acadia. The subsequent settling and development of Nova Scotia is on display at a number of living museums, such as the Balmoral Grist Mill. Powered only by its water wheel, the mill has been producing flour and oatmeal since 1874. Ross Farm, a 19th century farm that uses traditional methods and implements in its day-to-day operation. A cooper showing considerable skill and dexterity in barrel making. And the blacksmith busy at work in his shop. These are part of the regularly scheduled demonstrations of long-forgotten farm skills at Ross Farm. The village of Sherbrooke experienced a boom when gold was discovered in 1861. 20 years and 7,000 ounces of gold later, the boom ended, and the village returned to its quiet way of life. Sherbrooke Village has been carefully restored and maintained, providing an authentic background for the costume guides who perform the activities of a century ago. Step back in time at Sherbrooke Village. More conventional is the Alexander Graham Bell Museum, located at Bedeque on Nova Scotia's Cape Breton Island. Visitors to the museum marvel at the inventor's genius. Examples of his work in the fields of medicine, hydrofoils, aeronautics, and of course communications are on display. From his summer home in Bedeque, Bell said, I have traveled the globe. I have seen the Canadian and American Rockies, the Andes and the Alps and the Highlands of Scotland. But for simple beauty, Cape Breton outrivals them all. Today, Cape Breton's Cabot Trail enjoys a reputation as one of North America's most scenic and spectacular drives. The Bay of Fundy, home to the mighty Glooscap, ancient god of Nova Scotia's Micmac Indians. The legends tell of Glooscap's participation in the creation of the islands and coastline of the bay. Geologists and rockhounds flock to this area because of the abundance of precious and semi-precious stones and ancient fossils. Nova Scotia's Bay of Fundy is famous as the site of the world's highest tides. Tidal differences as great as 54 feet have been recorded. The ocean's influence on the way of life in Nova Scotia is obvious. The traditions found in the communities that earn their living from the sea are strong and constant. The picturesque fishing villages that dot the coast of Nova Scotia are proud of their maritime heritage. In the town of Digby, the scallop fleet has been a vital force in the area's economy for generations. Today, the fleet is modern and world-class, and the grandchildren and great-grandchildren of the original scallop fishermen carry on the traditions. Maritime heritage is celebrated at a number of festivals in Nova Scotia. International dory races take place in Lunenburg at the annual Fisheries Exhibition and Fishermen's Reunion. Local competitors race a grueling 1-mile course against rivals from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Fishermen from Lunenburg and Gloucester have enjoyed racing together since the days of sail and famous racing schooners. At fisheries exhibitions, participants compete in events that showcase some of the traditional skills used in the fishing industry. Entertaining competitions and plenty of music contribute to the high-spirited fun found in Nova Scotia's fishery celebrations. The fertile Annapolis Valley is the agricultural heartland of the province. Nova Scotia is blessed with a temperate climate and growing season. From spring, when the orchards are full of apple blossoms bursting with color, to summer and delicious strawberries at a U-pick, to fall and a bountiful harvest at a farmer's market. Agricultural fairs and exhibitions are popular during the summer and fall months. Farmers gather to parade their prized livestock in show rings throughout the province. Horses are a favorite attraction at the fairs. From the impressive Belgian teams so carefully groomed and hitched, to the graceful equestrians nervously preparing for competition, to a demonstration of the sheer power of the workhorse. Some of North America's top woodsmen can be found in Greenfield, Nova Scotia in early July. The week-long International Woodsman Competition showcases strength and skills as participants go all out to win their individual events. It takes courage and determination to get to the top of the exciting pole climbing competition, while in other events, even the most skilled competitors seem destined to take a fall. A recreational and social gathering like no other, the Black Powder Rendezvous is a fun opportunity to don your buckskins and observe the style of the mountain man or woman. As depicted in this reenactment at Annapolis Royal, the Scots have been an influence in Nova Scotia for centuries. Scottish traditions and influences are celebrated at clan gatherings and festivals throughout the province. Whether you're Scottish or not, you're sure to enjoy the festivities. Racing excitement. Whatever your brand of speed and action, you're certain to find it in Nova Scotia. For the maximum in high-speed action, it's the Shearwater International Air Show, featuring top civilian and military flyers from Canada, the United States, and Europe. Halifax plays host to some of the world's best street entertainers each August. During the Buskers Festival, it's uproarious fun for all ages as the city embraces busker fever. When some locals decided that basking on a sunny beach wasn't quite enough and began building sandcastles, a new competition was born. Now an annual event, the Clam Harbor Sand Sculpture Contest attracts thousands who marvel at the creative wit and charm on display during this one-day competition. Nowhere in Nova Scotia are you more than 35 miles from the sea. Residents and visitors alike are drawn to the province's warm sandy beaches, where ocean recreation reigns supreme. The sight of a windsurfer's colorful sails gliding gracefully over gentle waves is common to these celebrated sailing waters. From these sailing waters came the famous racing schooner, Blue Nose. In 1921, she won the International Fisherman's Trophy and was never defeated for this trophy in her 17 years of competition. In honor of her accomplishments, the image of Blue Nose has appeared on the Canadian 10-cent coin for more than 40 years. The original Blue Nose was lost on a reef off Haiti in 1946. Today, Blue Nose, too, is the province's sailing ambassador, welcoming visitors and proudly representing the maritime heritage of Nova Scotia.